All the whipped cream. Why is it so exposed? So, hi everyone. Welcome to a vlog, Apollo. It's October. It's like one whole week, well, technically 1.5 weeks into October. And I love vlogging around October just because I feel like it gets me more in the mood to read spooky books and just like be more in the spooky spirit. Especially this year, for some reason, I am not feeling it. I mean, it might be because it's still like 80 degrees outside. It's a hot Halloween time. And I've been just busy finishing up my built-in bookshelves, and I like last minute decided that I needed to finally get some progress done in the living room so that I could decorate the living room because I had no surfaces to put my Halloween decorations on. For a minute it was just on my coffee table. So now I have a shelf that I made last minute. Apollo's playing in one of the boxes. I ended up just getting like a just for now Calyx unit that I'm going to transform way into the future, so like let's not even talk about that because it's gonna look like that for a hot minute. That's behind the couch. And I've been watching Scream Queens, which is really fun. As far as reading goes, I haven't been reading anything spooky. I've been reading the 3rd book in Game of Thrones for like 2 weeks. It's a really, really long audiobook and I'm listening to it on 1x speed because I don't want to miss anything. So yeah, so I figured like, let's make a vlog because tomorrow's Adam's birthday. I'm still doing a lot of things just around the house because I also bought a dresser, so we need to build that. I want to keep decorating. I want to like clean a little too because everything got really hectic when I was just building bookshelves for months. So now that that's basically done too, maybe we can decorate it in this vlog. I originally was planning on doing it its own separate video, but like I'm gonna have to do a whole bookshelf organization anyways. This month is full. I'm really excited about it though. I spilled up my whole coffee right as I started filming this, so there's that. It is Wednesday, so I'm starting this a little bit like in the middle of the week, which is fine. But I don't have any plans currently for what I want to read. I want to actually like sit down and like look through all of the different thrillers that I'd been kind of hoping to read around October, because now we're almost 2 weeks in and I haven't read any, so maybe it's time to put down Game of Thrones and start doing other things too. I know, but for right now, what I'm gonna do is watch Scream Queens, because I'm really liking it. I've never watched it before. I'm on the 1st season. It's so satirical. I think that's the word I'm looking for. It's like the Scream movies, like where like those movies are like scary, but like it's a satire on scary movies. That's what Scream Queens really is like emphasizing as well. I think that's on purpose, but I like it. I love the cast. Like the cast was like jam-packed of a ton of great actors that I love. So like Keke Palmer's in it. Akilah and the Bee used to be one of my favorite movies growing up. So I'll show you the decorations. Don't judge me for how messy everything is. Like I said, we have to clean. Also, I'm still in my good morning, I just woke up attire. PJs. Okay, so as far as like the TV unit thing, I got like a little runner just to put across it. I really like that. His Haunted Mansion stuff was already spooky, which is great. And we have a new coffin to go with their doom buggy cat bed that I got when I was in Disneyland. Guys, you kicked out your friend. Anyways, up there, that was like the last minute shelf that I built when I thought that there was gonna be no other places to put Halloween decorations. I do like how that came out. I also got little bats that I'm gonna stick on the wall there, so that'll be coming. All the boxes that it came in. And then this, I don't know how long we'll leave it like this because it does look kind of nice like this. And this was kind of what I needed, was like a behind the couch to act as storage, and that really works for that. So everything's a hot mess. Those are all the boxes. Those are the ones I still need to build since I finally bought dressers for our room. And then I need to redo this little wall with more like Halloween stuff. And yeah, welcome to the hot mess that I'm living in currently, but that we will transform. I'm gonna put on Scream Queens. I'm gonna decide if I need to make another coffee because this is all that's left of my full coffee. We're gonna decide on books to read and then maybe we'll decorate my shelves. Also, we need to wrap Adam's presents because his birthday's tomorrow. I'm stressed. Okay, I did my makeup because potentially I'll film today, you know, besides this. I was debating taking the dresser upstairs to build like in the room, which might be the better idea in the end, but I think I'm gonna build it in pieces down here because the boxes are really heavy, so. Apollo got inside the box. He's so cute. Anyways. Now I have to take the drawers upstairs. It's basically done now. Yeah, Paula? Okay, well, we're not cooking yet. Ooh, the oven's ready. Please hold. I'm making these pumpkin rolls from Trader Joe's. Hello, can you get off the oven? Anyways, back to my update. I'm gonna make coffee right now, but today is Friday. It's the day after Adam's birthday. Yesterday was so busy just doing like last minute things. But today we're going to go get dinner, and then his friends our friends, I guess, are gonna be coming over after. So I have a lot of cleaning to do. Also, sad news, I looked it up and apparently like curing time for paint is like minimum of 2 weeks. So I probably won't put anything on the shelves then for another like week and a half, because I would hate for there to be like dents all over it. So I guess I'll be patient. But yeah, good morning. I'm gonna make my homemade frappuccino and then, I don't know. So I finished Scream Queens. No one told me there was only 2 seasons. I really liked it, but I moved back over to American Horror Story, which is normally my October TV show thing, but I gave up on it a couple of years ago when the whole like apocalypse one happened, you know, like the nuclear apocalypse. I was on like episode 3, I think, when I gave up, like halfway through. And I should have just like stuck it out, because the very end of the episode, my girlies from Coven just walked in, which is really funny because so Emma Roberts is obviously in Scream Queens, but then Chanel number 3 in Scream Queens is in this series as well. Emma Roberts just did the whole surprise, bitch, I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me, and I cannot tell you, I screamed. I could not contain myself because Coven was my favorite season. Coven is my absolute favorite season of American Horror Story. I rewatch it every once in a while, and sir, coffee is not for kittens. So I was really excited to see her playing this role. I'm excited, but I have to decorate that. Still have to clean, still have to eat. I haven't eaten those cinnamon roll things, so yeah. But I thought I'd give you that update because I was really excited when that happened. So my mom came over, right? And look what she made me. I love it. So anyways, I'm going to redo this picture wall. More Halloween-y. Maybe we'll get some of it on camera, but we'll see. The house is clean. It was really stressful. I dropped 2 different things, but look at that. Look at the Halloween vibes. I'm so fucking happy. Look, 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 look. It's just like Halloween in here. Okay, I gotta go because Adam's waiting in the car. Bye. Looked in the daylight. That is all. I have to go to work now. So I finally picked up a book. I just got back home from work. I got to work early today, and I figured that like while I was sitting in my car, I would just try and find a book to read. And I had a few options, but none of which were available to currently rent from my library, since I did want to listen to them on audio, except for one. And that one I was a little bit hesitant towards because I've heard very underwhelmed reviews. This was a book that I think a lot of people were looking forward to last year and then just were disappointed by for one reason or another. But it's The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. And he's the author of The Silent Patient, which I think that's why maybe people were disappointed. But I'm about an hour and 13 minutes in. I'm really liking it so far. I mean, we'll see what happens, because I think that it's just the beginning has like very romantic, dark academia, depressive vibes. hear me out, hear me out. The whole beginning, this isn't a spoiler, is her reminiscing about someone that was obviously very close to her, as in like a boyfriend, a relationship that she'd had since college, and his death, and how the grief has like overtaken her. And it's just, I think stories about grief while you're still grieving will always kind of hit a little bit harder. I mean, it's been months and it still feels like it was just like yesterday that I lost Chala, and it's a weird thing, I guess, but stories of grief still definitely hold true in some ways, and I think that's gonna definitely skew my perception of the story. But I also really love the dark academia vibes. It's taking place in Cambridge. She was the daughter of a woman who really loved literature, and she had a big library, and she loved to read the books in that big library. You know, I don't know where it's gonna go from here. I mean, she just is traveling to Cambridge currently, but we're gonna find out, I think, right now what actually happened. Sorry if I keep going out of focus. What actually happened to Sebastian, since it's kind of been like a gray area. But right now I have the house to myself because Adam's out for a little bit. So I think that what I'll do is maybe make myself a cup of tea, run myself a bath, and then I'll just wait for Adam to get back home. I also think that I want to go through and kind of annotate some of the parts so far that I've found interesting in my copy of it. So I'll do that after the bath. I don't think I want to do it right now. So come along. Today, I have really just been having a chill morning. I've been listening to The Maidens, which I'm about halfway through now, and I'm really enjoying it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I have a lot of theories. I actually want to go through and annotate the book at some point today, like before I keep on reading, just because I just have a lot of ideas about who we might be looking at as the killer. And also, I don't remember if I heard that this book had an unreliable narrator or not, but I am kind of taking that approach with it. So I'm taking everything she says with a grain of salt, but I'm really enjoying it. Like I really like it so far. I don't know if it's because of all the like psychology terms, and just like I studied psychology in college, so it's always something that's very interesting to me, and it feels as though a lot of this was pretty well researched. I don't know if it's perfectly researched. I only got a bachelor's in psychology. I didn't get a master's. I didn't study counseling or anything like that. So we'll see how all that is going. But I do really enjoy like the tidbits that we are getting. It feels fairly authentic. We'll see. I mean, I also really love the narrator for the audiobook. She has like a very soothing British accent, and she does other accents really well as well. I think that right now what I'm gonna do is clean up a bit and take apart the IKEA dresser that I built last week, because two of the doors, for whatever reason, ballooned out. I don't know what happened, in all honesty. None of the other doors have this issue, but like these ones have where the wooden dowels went, like they poked through or something. But I need to go return it to IKEA, and I told my mom that I was gonna try to do it today before dinner, because we also have dinner tonight with Adam's grandma who's in town. So I think that I'll clean up a little bit upstairs, listen a little bit more to the audiobook. I also had wanted... What was I gonna say? Oh, I was going to film today, but I don't know, everything's kind of filling up. I don't have to go to IKEA today, I just would have preferred to see my mom at one point, but it's already 2 p.m. So I don't know. I'm not sure. This was pointless, I guess. Yesterday, I ended up cleaning all day, which is something. Also, I put purple conditioner in my hair and it turned purple. I mean, I've used it before. I didn't put it on as long as I did this time because I was taking a bath last night again. The bottom part of my hair is just so blonde that it really catches the color versus like the top of my hair and like some of the pieces in the back, which are still like very yellowy blonde. I don't know. Let's just, I think it's cool. It's fine. It's fine. But I just got an Amazon package in the mail, and I'm really excited about it because I got like a silver shampoo that my friend recommended to me. She used a different one, but she said that this brand was really good. So I got that, and hopefully the next time I wash my hair, it'll be less purple, less yellow. I don't really want silver, but I figure like silver will cool down to whitish blonde. So also in that package, this is kind of a random update. I got little new annotation stickies, which I've been wanting for a while, and I'm really excited actually to go through and put them into my Maidens book, which leads me into my next segment. I'm like almost done. I have about an hour left. I did force myself to stop yesterday for most of my cleaning because otherwise I wouldn't have gotten to annotate. Before I annotated though, like I was on the phone with my mom while I cleaned and I was telling her all my theories. So I feel like that was a really good refresher for me, like what I was thinking in the beginning of the book versus what I thought in the middle towards the end. And I'm pretty sure. So, okay, I had 2 theories right off the bat because I mean, I just didn't want to believe it. Like the very first line in this is literally telling you that she believes it's the professor. That's not a spoiler, that is the first line in the book, which I realized when I went through and started re-annotating. This is all I've annotated so far. There's a lot. And I just don't believe it. Like, it's just too easy. That is way too easy. Like, even like the parts, there's another narrator that does like really small chapters every once in a while that is the killer, and they're trying to make you think it's the professor the whole time. And so like, I just refuse to believe it. I refuse. It might be. I'm not gonna tell you if it is or isn't, don't worry. But it might be, but I don't believe it. So like, I kind of went through like the idea that it could be her, that it could be her. I won't tell you like my other 2 people that I thought, but there was 2 other people that came up right away. And I will say 2 of those, it's almost impossible. And now the 3rd one that I was pretty sure about, that I was like, I don't know, something about you is giving me the ick. I think they're the killer, because we just got like a line from them that I was like, that kind of reaffirms the killer's mindset, because they talk a lot about their backstory in their chapters. And I'm like, so yeah, we'll see. But I have like an hour left. I was actually planning out my video that I want to get filmed today that I'm going to be uploading in the next couple of days, and I finished planning all of that and like summarizing it. I kind of actually wrote myself a little bit of a script for once, which we'll see how that goes. I want to film it down here though, so I'm gonna do it once Adam's off from work, because even right now, like, I don't want to talk too loud and I can hear him on his work chat thing. So for now, what I think I'll do is I'm gonna go upstairs and try to kind of like organize and reorganize some of the things that are still up there, because I didn't finish cleaning, I just started it. And while I do that, I think I'm going to listen to more of the Maidens, which I am really liking. I'm starting to think that maybe the people that didn't like it had read The Silent Patient. And I actually just realized, because spoiler alert, I do recommend The Silent Patient in the book in the video that I'm about to film. It's like the same universe. Like The Silent Patient, she just mentioned that lady to, I think, the psychiatrist or psychotherapist or forensic psychologist, whatever it is that they call them, that in The Silent Patient is trying to get her to talk, which I think that's pretty cool. But again, I just don't know if like the people that didn't like this were comparing it to The Silent Patient, or if it's going to just completely be ruined in the end. I guess we'll see. I think maybe, I haven't read The Silent Patient, I can't compare it. The thing that I thought also was that maybe this one isn't as twisty. Like maybe like the surprise in this one isn't as much of a surprise. I mean, I'm pretty sure I guessed the killer really early on and then played around with some other killers, and then now I'm like landing back on that one. So we'll see. Let's go organize though. I want to also check to see if my bookshelves are done curing yet, because I mean, it shouldn't be for another week, but might as well check. So I actually just finished filming my books to read to get into the Halloween spirit video, and I'm rusty, guys. I am rusty. I don't remember how to talk in like long form videos anymore, or sit down videos, I guess is more what it is. But I did want to mention, she says off camera, I finished this. I loved it. This was great. The Maidens, I gave it actually a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I didn't want to give it a full 5 stars because even though like I really didn't see any issues with it, I did kind of predict who the killer was going to be fairly early on, though I give Alex McLady's credit because I did second guess myself and start guessing for another killer. Like the person that ends up being the killer was the first person I thought of, or maybe like second, because I won't tell you who I thought of first, actually. I just was about to say it. But it was someone that like I was holding on for the entire time. I was like, that's the person, that's the killer. Then something in it made me second guess myself, and I was like, no, you know what? It is so-and-so. Yeah, it didn't end up being that one. I did not expect the extent to which this would go. I mean, I feel like I should have maybe, because Alex McLady seems to like really delve into like the psychological aspect of what makes a killer or things like that, which I find very fascinating, but it's kind of, it was kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of messed up, but I really liked it. And I wish, the thing about thrillers is that like they don't really give you a lot of like closure. This one gave me some closure, but then there's a scene that could have given me more closure that it just ends on, and that just happens, I think, with thrillers. I think that's their thing. They just like to hurt me. But it's fine. I actually liked it so much that I picked up The Silent Patient literally right away. I mentioned that the characters that are in The Silent Patient are actually mentioned in this one, and I was really intrigued by it, so I just went straight into it. Scribd actually had it on audio, so I didn't even have to like buy it. My library had it on hold, so like I wouldn't have gotten it right away, so shout out to Scribd. Not always the best, but sometimes really great. And I'm listening to it right now. I think I'm about maybe an hour in. I'm actually a quarter of the way through. I didn't expect that.
Maybe more fuss was made over marijuana.
I think I'm listening to it on 1.5. I've been listening to books on 1.5 speed. I actually been listening to Game of Thrones on 1x speed just because I really feel like I want to absorb things more, and I think that like my main issue is though, even though I can understand at 2x speed, I don't like that I can't think of any thoughts for myself, and that I think is what makes or breaks an audiobook for me. But yeah, so I started The Silent Patient. I am really liking it. I can already see so many similarities in how he wrote The Maidens to The Silent Patient, and I'm still just kind of wondering like what it was that made people dislike The Maidens. I don't remember who it was, but I know that it's reviewers that I trust that ended up not enjoying it, and it had left a bad taste in my mouth, but I liked it, so I don't know. Take what I say with a grain of salt, I guess. But now I need to edit the video I just filmed, and I don't know. Oh yeah, I need to take down like my ring light and turn these little candles off. I don't think you could even see them in my video. Turned them on just for no reason. So yeah, now I wait for Adam to get back home, and I wanted to give you that update. Actually, I might be ending this vlog now. This was supposed to kind of just be like a getting into the Halloween spirit sort of vlog, and we did that. Like, I think I did that anyways. We decorated, we watched Scream Queens. I finished American Horror Story. I know that like the next season starts, I think, tomorrow, but I finished the seasons that I hadn't watched of it, which by the way, the last season I have very mixed feelings on. The premise was cool, but I really didn't like the second half. I don't know. I really did like the one before that though. And we read a whole thriller. So I think actually this vlog is done. So yeah, I mean, tune in to the next vlog if you'd like. I still would want to decorate my shelves, but I did like the fingernail test today and it's still like indenting. So it's going to be until I think next Tuesday that I just can't touch them. So that's fine. That's what I'm telling myself at least. But other than that, am I in focus? That's it. We're good to go. Thanks for watching. My hair turned purple. I kind of like it though, right? Right.